Erik Pacheco. I'm here to talk about the use of creative team building methods in any workplace, with some emphasis to business. These methods are in essence activities that help your employees better work as a team. They allow professional bonding through which employees interact with each other. They also incorporate employee motivation. They can also be used for icebreakers at training sessions, meetings, workshops, seminars, or conferences. They are a means for your employees to release stress as well as main divisions. These activities are first whether they are indoor or outdoor. Then from there they move into difficulty the activity imposes on the person's physical and mental skill. The activities you try out first are recommended to be indoor to break the ice on your team. Ultimately, they serve as a means to connect with your peers and take a look at the different side of you, persons you thought you were. These can vary from many different activities that are simple and can be done indoors. They mainly rely on getting to know each other from a standard perspective, to get to know a person more deeply in a rather personal and private conversation. Others are based on pure team skills to communicate, use some physical force as a team. Like any house, its strength relies on that of its foundation. So now that we develop a solid foundation, we can move on to outdoor activities. First, we use activities that you must do as a team to achieve a goal, but that relies on communication and brains rather than a person's physical dexterity. This can be from games where you need to get in a circle and have people toss the ball around, but only jumping 2 or 4 people. These activities aren't only for team building and fun games. Team building activities and activities also are useful in serious business project meetings, where games and activities help delegates to see things differently and use different thinking styles. Games, exercises, and quizzes help to stimulate the brain, improving retention of ideas, learning, and increasing fun and enjoyment. Effective relationships and behavior at work involve the same principles as everyday life: respect for others, integrity, honesty, compassion, courage, all the good things that we naturally possess deep down. Sometimes people have insecurities or stresses which create difficulties on the surface to which others in the team then react. Emotional maturity or emotional intelligence is a useful perspective. However, if you approach a behavioral problem head-on or try to resolve it with a team-building exercise, this can cause people to clam up and become defensive, just like we all tend to do when someone is critical or implies a weakness. Instead, ask the people what they'd enjoy and find helpful for their lives in general. Move the issue away from work and skills and team-building per se. Help the person rather than treat the symptoms. If you help people with their life balance and personal fulfillment, they become more emotionally mature, tolerant, positive, independent, self-efficient, etc. When the person is okay, so is everything else, including their relationship and communications at work. Developing people involves more than behavior, relationships, skills, knowledge, and processes. It's often more about helping people feel better about themselves, helping the person to feel happy and fulfilled. A good leader can facilitate this. Team building doesn't have to involve games and exercises. Team building might be better achieved by arranging other things which appear to be unconnected to work. Perhaps the sort of things that people would otherwise seek out at evening classes. Perhaps lunchtime yoga or Reiki or relaxation sessions might be of interest. Maybe go bowling, horse riding. Ask the people in the summer maybe play softball or in the park. Or maybe ask if they would like to run a lunchtime barbecue for clients and suppliers. If you focus on the problem, it will become a battlefield. Instead, focus on fun, new positive experience, and self-fulfillment. Now we get to the fun part. A lot of extreme sports as well as team builders as well. They provide a great stress reliever, which is common for every employee who does a good job. So either keep it up or achieve higher goals. Will I get the promotion? Did I do the files to the correct format? So much stress that all us as employees go through in a single day. This is the main reason. Another is often the goal you must reach requires that you work as a solid unit to achieve it, or to rather achieve it with better standards. The workplace is meant to be a professional and necessary aspect of anyone in the workforce. That does not mean that it needs to be boring and dry. A lot of these activities can make any workplace, from a global corporation to the small store on the corner, prosper in its business. You and the people you work for are a team. A team is not complete without every person doing things to the best of their ability. Since there is no I in team, there is no one that can pull the weight of the team on their own. Everyone is a part of a whole that relies on one another to achieve its mark, from the CEO on the top floor to the janitor mopping the floors. They are all like a clock, which every part must be in proper place for it to accurately tell you what time it is. So every piece of your business or workplace shall be properly tuned and in place for the welfare of the company. Do not think that this is the solution to your problems. There also has to be a solid distinction when it's time to relax and hang out, and when there's time to be professional and do your work. These are not directions, but recommendations for the workplace. So go ahead, have some fun, go out with your fellow associates at its proper time. And I leave with a quote to ponder on in your future years in the workforce.